He doesn't mean it.
Yeah, you just have to follow some posts, and then you know what how he feels about it.
Okay, we're kind of about to go behind the curtain.
Didn't even get myself a glass
today.
Oh,
you might be able to mute it soon.
You just have to follow some.
There you go. There you go.
Perfect.
That actually means
seamless.
Does that not mean they can hear us then?
I have to move the chat.
Tony can hear strange voices.
That might just be in his head. He hasn't said where.
That's true. Especially in Tony's case. Matt, Keith, Gareth, Ali, Andy, Scotty.
Oh, nothing. You're thrashing me. Can't even see.
Stuart.
There's too many people with the same name. It's annoying.
Yeah, we do seem to attract Andys and Craigs and
Gareths and Pauls.
And Matts.
Hello, Matts. Hi, John. Yeah, is that me or that John? See, too many Johns as well.
John.
We don't know. Reference something. Type balloon, if you can hear us.
They can definitely hear us.
Please type balloon.
They can definitely hear us.
Now. You reckon? Okay.
Yeah.
Go then.
I'll roll it then.
We won't hear the intro.
They can't hear us either. Like, the amount of stuff they can.
It's Brad Wrestling. Yeah.
We're live. Hey! We are on screen. Welcome to the new Ohm Show, episode 31. Really special show this evening. Special guest Chris down there.
Oh, he stays there.
Yes, Chris from Stattqualm. The guys behind the Squape. And many other things these days. They're a much bigger outfit these days. But Chris is here from Stattqualm, so we'll be grilling him throughout the show.
Look at the window behind him.
What have you? That's standard.
Yeah, that's right out of my windows.
Yeah, standard Swiss view. I mean, how you get internet there to this standard is incredible.
We are closer to the satellite, so we get proper internet there.
That is how it will work one day.
Downstairs, Toblerone factory. It's crazy.
Right around the corner.
Obviously.
Well, chocolate is here always.
Always. Swiss chocolate. Are you for the record? Are you actually Swiss?
Me?
Mm.
Yes.
Okay.
That does go wrong because I always thought that PC coils were Flemish. They're not. They're Dutch.
Oh,
both of them.
Yeah, but that's because people move, and the Swiss brand is very good. So you might have just popped across the border for branding purposes.
No, you probably can hear on my accent, and you recognize that I'm really Swiss.
Listen, Chris, get over the border, get some Toblerones, get some watches, get them to make a Squape. Done.
It's what my mother said.
I bet that does happen though. I bet like the pen knives are like, I don't know, made by like a Dutch company. Or
they use them to eat their dinners with, just a pen knife and a fork.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get deeper into all of that as we go through. But we've got to start, as we always start, with just the basics. John, what are you drinking and vaping?
I am. One of the vaping is embarrassing, but I'm going to go with it anyway. I am drinking Ghost Ship because I fancied it. I've kind of got lowered the alcohol level in the beer again. Because I was drinking stupid shit, 6.something%.
Summer as well.
Don't need that. So long beers instead. I have got a Dwar 22 on top of the mix. Oh, is that what we're going to call it? Yeah. By, let's be serious, it's not by them. It's by Aspire. The Aspire mix. And in that is crack currant from that man up in the northern bit, and just I think, which is lovely. This is the horror show because I'm still waiting a billet box that's arriving. Check that out. I just put it on there. There's a reason to put it on there.
Not exactly how you meant to do it, but
It isn't exactly how you're going to do it, but this is launching tomorrow. So it's the EVL Alien, which is going on the EVL site tomorrow.
And you finally get to talk about it on the show.
I've already done it. It's the third time I'm talking about it. I built it on the... Oh, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, not on the YouTube show. Sorry, I did it on Facebook last week. Yep. I built it live. I'll do it really, really quick as I can. This has got one feature which just blows everything else out of the water, and it's this. Right? It is... Don't do it like that. You can build it like that. It's that. It's the fact that this pops off that. And back on again.
No leaking.
No. Absolutely zero. I've probably caused an issue with what I just did because I wasn't exactly.
Yeah, you've ruined the seal and everything. You've ruined the air.
Yeah, there's probably a vacuum built up, but it's pretty gone. But saying that, I've had no dry hits. This is the 5th tank of liquid I've had through it. No dry hits. It's not overfed either. And I know I've got it built badly, but it's because my billet box is with Anthony Morris in. With Elemental Mods, and I have another and a one on the way, and so I haven't been able to do this properly for John. But it's got an EVL tip on top. I've got the EVL Alien. It goes on tomorrow. It's £125. If you've always wanted a billet box, you always wanted it to be rebuildable, and you didn't want it to be a problem. For me, this is it. I had the vape shell, which is probably most people who vape like me. Favourite tank, and it now should be this because it's not built into the billet box. It is its own thing. The vape snail, I think, is the closest comparison. But this is the reason to do it. This is that it completely comes apart, goes back together again, so you can put your tank aside, fiddle about with your build, and carry on. Saying that, I've never filled with it. Easiest as hell to wick. I think we've come a long way. It now fits in the billet and what's the other thing that it's
the dot AIO?
No, not that. That's too slim. It's the whatever takes the billet box. Whatever takes
the big thing.
The tank. Yeah, that big thing. It fits in there too. Stuart's saying he loves the vape shell. Totally agree. If you've got 125 quid and you've got a billet box and you want the best tank for the billet box, get this. Oh, modern tank for the billet box.
There must be a big turnover in second-hand billet box atomizers.
There is.
Because everyone's only got one billet box, and then they keep buying these different atomizers for it, and then they go, "That's my new favourite," and the other two are just sat there.
It's being in a position that we're in. I have a thing. Unlike Richard, I don't have any overheads when it comes to doing the show, so I never sell anything that people gift to us. So I do have seven or so atomizers for the billet box. That when I say I don't sell stuff, I do go into raffles and stuff. And when a raffle comes up, the problem is I've never been able to give it away as a unit because I like my billet box that was given to me.
So get more billet boxes.
True. Or get the other thing that takes it. Yeah, that is everything. Steam Machine High from Germany. I think he buys from me as well. That's me. Chris, what are you vaping? He's drinking a beer. And what are you drinking?
Well, I'm drinking a beer. Obviously, we are here in the new Ohm Show, so
it is the rules.
Drink beer. So Valenciennes Blanche.
Oh. That's
quite
probably
nice.
Up Richard's alley, I reckon.
Canton Wallis. It's very, very nice.
Is it famous one?
No, it's not that famous. It's not. It's a small brewery.
Yeah.
And I have a backup, so I have also the pale ale from them. So I like
very
those.
Nice.
They have also an IPA, which is brilliant, but it's limited edition currently, so don't get it here. And
you have to get on a list. Do you have to get on a list?
Yeah, you have to join Facebook and then a list.
Win a raffle.
Yeah. Then everybody cheers you when you win, and you pay 500 francs. So, well, and then we have a whiskey in Schmerin.
Oh, very
good. I like
good.
this one very much.
I like to see a whiskey bottle with most of it gone.
Yes, 100. That's 100 man points.
Yeah, it's when somebody holds up a bottle and there's a bit going, you think that was for Christmas. You don't really like it. You're not drinking it.
And vaping, well, I vape very famous atomizer here. You can see the heart.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sure he was going to have a Squape. A Squape or 6.
Yeah, I like it. It's
You're an official stockist of the Har, aren't you? You're a distro of the Har.
Yes,
now.
we sell the Har. Yes,
Yeah,
of course. So I have to try it. And,
Just out of sympathy, if nothing else.
yeah. Well, it's a very nice Etty. I like it very much. Possibly the best ever made RDA made in China.
I was going to say,
sorry, Hong Kong.
There's definitely a caveat to that.
And then I vape the Squape 7 on the Game Over from Sunbox.
Very cool.
In the Har I have the I think it's a UK liquid. It's Crusher, but it's not very good. But
I don't know it.
it's okay.
At least that was a fucking honest answer. It's not really good. It exists.
It probably is UK then.
And in the 7 I vape a prototype of Crossbow, which we're working on. It's Crossbow is our own liquid line. And then I have just a second. One prototype here. This one.
Ooh.
Not a Har.
That's good.
In this one, I vape for MTL the King Stew Spice. Don't know if you know that. It's from Romania. It's very nice. They are very nice liquids for tobacco. Liquids, kind of.
John needs to branch out. Get some more exotic European juices in his shop.
I could do.
I like it. King Stew. And on the second here, I vape this one direct lung, smaller than the Har. I use black. It's also.
How are you getting on with that mod? That's a new mod, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the KSL Vapor.
Yeah. It's very affordable, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It looks high end, doesn't it? I mean, the shape wise.
It's nice. Yeah.
It's I think it's a solid mod.
Yeah.
For the price, and it's designed in Japan.
Okay.
And it takes 18650 batteries.
It kind of reminds me of the Vape Droid a little bit. Do you remember the Vape Droid? It's
definitely sexy.
Sort of smart and professional look.
Yeah, right. This one I got also new. I forgot to mention. This is the what's the name? Herabox from Ambition Mod.
Ambition's Mods. Yeah, they did the side by side before Aspire did one.
Yeah, which is called the mix you showed before. Yeah, I have it here.
You've got all the new stuff.
I have to. I have to try things and then.
Yeah.
I like the fact Richard says that. He's probably sitting there. There's probably boxes on the floor when he's looking at them going, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I might have some of this stuff. I don't know.
It's fucking
you probably have more than me. Yeah, and that's it.
Very cool. Very cool.
Richardo, what are you doing and what are you vaping and smoking and stuff?
Yes, I'm not super well prepared actually. I've just been running around weirdly. So what I'm doing is I'm dripping into my squonker because it needs rewicking, so I don't want to refill the bottle.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And so I'm dripping. I found some more shortbread from Jeffrey's, and that's in the goon on the new Pulse, which I do think is a really solid mod. To be fair, they've just shown off some new doors, so you're going to be able to get some better doors. I think it is a really solid. If someone just needs a regulated squonker, I think it is really solid. But
it's a Pulse V2.
Pulse V2, yeah, with bottom fill. So yeah, I think it is a pretty good squonker, but it needs rewicking, so I'm not putting juice in the bottle, and that's why that's like that. I've randomly put the Dead Rabbit on the Gen, just because it had batteries in. That's got Rick's juice in.
It doesn't look bad. It's not a bad combo.
Yeah, but it's a really big for a dual 18650. It's actually really big.
I think it's disguised by the colours on the camera. You can't see it. You can't see how big that is.
Yes.
It doesn't too bad.
I don't know. I always think of like the Proton is the same batteries, but just seems way smaller. I don't know. So that's a thing, and then this, which I've just done a recording for today. This is the Freemax Twister 30 watt, and it's.
Oh, that was what you were talking about the other week.
Yeah, so you just old school. You just twist it along the bottom for your wattage. 7 to 30 watts along the bottom.
It's not a bad like pub mod as well, especially for a person like you.
I would always recommend like a vape shop have something like this in for someone who, because I found talking to people that some people just don't get on with the pods and the starter kits and the tight draw, and sometimes it's actually something like this, like a 25 watt very simple vape that actually.
Yeah, you can try people on 12 and they just keep coughing and coughing and coughing, and then you get them on a 3 and lung hit the shit out of it. Yeah,
so I think this is a kind of thing you won't see much about in our scene, but in vape shops might come in really handy. 22mm, it's still 22mm. It's a nice little tank. It does a job. And that's the new Freemax Twister 30 watt. So that's that. Juice mainly at the moment. I'm kind of running out. Mainly this Cassandra.
Cassandra what?
Peanuts.
Well, I can refill that with, and also Cassandra B. Graham. It's really difficult to do that because I can't ever remember what the end is.
Can only be Graham.
Can only be Graham. It can only be Graham Cracker or whatever the hell it's called. That is here somewhere.
It's going to be Cassandra B. Graham. Is what it's going to be
Cassandra B. Graham. Yeah.
Anyway, but so it's cannoli. Anyway, it's cannoli, and it's good. It's good. So that's what I'm vaping on. What's in the news, John?
I think we're going to start off because we've hit. We've managed to get some vapors. Have managed to get into a medical journal.
Ooh.
Whoa, that's exciting, isn't it? It's not. It's not going to be good news, but we normally the BMJ, the British Medical Journal, is what we know over in this lovely free land, but also the Lancet is a medical journal. It's quite a thing to get an article in there.
You were just browsing it.
I was browsing.
Just browsing the medical journal.
Lancet. It's quite a. There's a couple of reasons to get things published. You'll strongly suspect the reason that this was published. I'm just gonna, because this is effectively a trial or a study.
You're giving it a big sell.
I'm gonna jump a bit, but I'm going to give you the summary. Since August 2019, US public health officials have been investigating a national outbreak, don't know whether to use that word, of e-cigarette or vaping product use associated lung injury, or EVALI. A spectrum of historical patterns consistent with an acute to subacute lung injury has been seen in biopsies. However, autopsy findings have not been systematically characterized. We're going to find out fucking why in a minute. We described the pathological findings in autopsy and biopsy tissues submitted to the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention for the evaluation of suspected EVALI. Stunning when you see the outline of this. Methods are, won't read it, but the methods are obviously biopsies during postmortems. And they've used, I don't know if you can even imagine how many, how many people you would put together to write a paper. Because obviously, otherwise it'd just be whimsical shit. 21 they managed to find. So obviously, this is a huge study, and we should take this very seriously. 21.
21 cases of EVALI?
No, 21 cases they've managed to part of this study about a small minibus full of people.
Yeah.
Okay, so of the 21, the 21 cases met surveillance case definitions for EVALI, with a further 2 cases of clinically suspected EVALI evaluated.
Clinically suspected.
Yeah, all 10 lung biopsies showed the histological evidence of acute to subacute lung injury, including diffuse alveolar damage or organizing pneumonia. This is how you interpret these findings. Anyway, right, the whole thing. I'm going to just tell you how they did it. Acute to subacute lung injury patterns were seen in all 10 biopsies, and most autopsy lung tissues from individuals with suspected EVALI. Acute or subacute injury can have numerous causes. However, if it is identified in an individual with a history of e-cigarette or vaping product use and no alternative cause is apparent, a diagnosis of EVALI should be strongly considered. So if you find fuck all, it's EVALI. A review of autopsy tissue pathology in suspected EVALI deaths can also identify alternative diagnosis, which can enhance specificity of public health surveillance efforts. I literally just got this published as a piece of shit to say if it's suspected, it is. And these are biopsies from people who we know most vapors used to smoke.
Yeah.
How the fuck can you tell whether the injury happened before vaping or after? They're fucking dead. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, the problem with these papers is in normal science.
Yeah, not bullshit.
Yeah, there's a large group of scientists in that field. So if you want to put anything up about the genetic makeup of a brain, there'll be a large body of scientists that can peer review that paper.
Yeah, this is 1 day old, so we're going
is
to
literally
get
just wild nonsense from a handful of people.
Absolute shit, and they got it published. But that's how it works. That's been published. The reason I read that on the show, and I know it was a bit boring and everything else, is because when you see people quote that, you know where they got it from. You will see.
Yeah, that'll be next week's news.
Yep.
Next week's mainstream news.
It will be called a study in America found in autopsies, but you now know it was 10. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I'm all for, like we say, we're all for it. We're all for people to look into these things, but it just seems a lack of credibility in general with that whole thing.
Absolutely.
What's the press like in Switzerland, Chris? Do you get like bad vaping press?
Yes, we do. Especially last year when all those deaths happened in the US.
Yeah.
We also got from the mainstream media some really bad news, and it was really difficult for all the stores here.
Yeah.
And also for some, new vapors. They doubt about all this e-cigarette stuff and said, "Oh, it's dangerous," and everybody's dying about it because of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it has been the same like everywhere else.
Yeah.
So I think they also get all those news sources from the main or from the same sources. So they get all those news from the same sources.
Yeah.
Do you find, being in the industry for as long as you have been, Chris, and all of us, I find that my answer to Gen 2 and a normal member of the public is too much, because even toned down, even if I go, no, it's because, and try and go into, like, if I say, no, it's caused by vitamin E acetate, that's not a normal answer.
No.
Nobody goes, oh, fine, and fucking leaves. That's a really weird thing to fucking say. I work in the industry. I know exactly what's fucking in it, so I put it in it. It doesn't make, so when they go, is it in there? No, because I haven't got any. If I had some, maybe. So even when I dumbed it down, it's still too much.
Yeah.
You almost need an 18-year-old in a cap, like who only speaks when you nudge him, and he goes, "Nah, mate, nah, ain't in there, innit? Nah, it's cannabis. Oh, that's bad. It's weed, innit?" And then just walks off. That'd be fine. And they'd go, "Cool, mate."
Yeah.
At a friend's vape shop, a customer came in, and he just rushed in and goes, "What the fuck is this? So this is killing me as well." And the guy who owned the shop, my mate Graham, went, "No," and he went, "What do you mean, nah? What flavour is it?" And he went, "What?" And he went, "This is bubblegum. Is that going to fucking kill me?" Because he owns the business.
No, you're right though. You're right. The message is too complicated. If you just say it's stoners, as long as you're not trying to get stoned on it,
Yeah.
then that's probably the best answer they're looking for.
Because I'm mental, I really wanted, if someone goes, "Is it bubblegum?" And you go, "What? Not bubblegum." And then just leave it at that. They go, "Anyway, we're closing. See it." This is funny as shit.
Next item.
It's actually a strange one, really, because we kind of touched on this, but it seems to have come to fruition, which is British American tobacco boosted by strong vaping and premium cigarette sales, which is kind of what we thought. There was a strong suspicion that in America, at least, COVID-19 and their flavour bans going through, that tobacco companies are going to start making money and people are going to start smoking, and they are. British American Tobacco, BAT, has said that soaring premium cigarette sales and strong vaping demand in the US has helped to beat half-year profit targets. Vape is definitely not doing well, which is their vaping brand. It's doing badly. It is a piece of shit. They haven't changed the tech in it for 4 years. It's a piece of shit. Shares in the tobacco giant lifted higher on Friday after Dunhill and Lucky Strike manufacturers reported an 18.8 jump in pre-tax profits to 4.59 billion for the 6 months.
It's quite a misleading headline because it makes it look like vaping has boosted their.
Of course it does. Because again,
margin.
It's the same thing. Us three know the fucking odds. We know it's not true. We know that the Vape's a piece of shit. And it always was. And
yeah, but we don't know if maybe people like it in America.
They don't. You see, it doesn't do nobody. Well, Juul outsells everything. Oh, someone might even quote it if I can be bothered to Google it. I think what it was previously. It was 20-1.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're just selling more cigarettes then.
Yep.
Maybe they have some of the cheaper brands, because I know there's been a big wave of people moving to cheaper brands in lockdown.
As it states in the headline, premium cigarette sales. So they're Dunhill, they're Gallagher. We call them Gallagher over here. I'm trying to think. Yeah, so Benson Hedges, I'm sure they do. Oh, so yeah, Lucky Strike, Camel, I think is theirs.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Oh yeah, high end.
It's just a confusing headline.
Really, really is. And the jump only goes to the third one. Oh, I'm gonna go with. At the moment, I'm not in a good mood with any advocate for vaping, and who are not people, but associations. Let me just get through the stupid walls on my phone. Vape group calls for VAT cut. The UK Vaping Industry Association, UK VIA, has called on the UK government to consider reducing VAT on vape products in a bid to curb smoking. The UK VIA has written to Chancellor Rishi Sunak, urging him to bring vaping VAT in line with the rates applied to nicotine replacement therapies, NRT. VAT for NRT products, this is fun to read, currently sits at 5%, while vaping is subject to the standard 20%. Who's on the board for the UK VIA? I forget. British American Tobacco, Imperial Tobacco,
a lot of cigarette
Japanese
people.
Tobacco.
Yeah, a lot of cigarette people.
It's a load of fucking cigarette people.
Yeah, but I don't know. What do you think about it though? If it wasn't them proposing it,
I'd give them more of a shit. I really fucking hate them. I that's what it's for. It's just a cash grab, which is whatever. It does.
Yeah, but if it helps it be cheaper than smoking,
it's such a difficult thing because they've done so many bad things, and if we start getting flavours looked at in the UK in the way that a politician spoke about a couple of weeks ago, they will not be a force for good.
I don't think they are a force for good. It's an interesting idea, though.
Oh yeah, it's such a. Oh right, yes. If it was totally wicked, I'd feel different about it. I agree. If it was Din Lady, I'd feel different about it. I don't feel different about it because it's the UK VIA. They in an ideal world, they want capsules. They want sealed units. That's what they want.
Yeah, we don't really want any of their ideas to.
No, one of their they want to bring
anything, but
they want 10 mil bottles is what they want. They want the end of short fills.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting with the tax thing. We've sort of talked about the tax thing in the past. I'm quite comfortable with vape products being taxed because it kind of legitimizes their status in society. You know, it's not an essential product, but it's an incredibly useful one. But lots of useful things are taxed, aren't they?
Do you think the same, Chris? I would be quite happy if they made a new section, personally, a new tax. If it was whatever, because they always start things off low. Say it was 9% for vaping as a vaping luxury tax, or whatever. Again,
if it's not 50% tax. I'm okay.
Yes, Switzerland is a whole different thing. What tax do you pay currently? What tax is on vaping products?
We pay VAT 7.7%.
Okay.
So you in the UK, you have 20% or 21?
Yeah.
20%, currently.
No, if they especially tax vape liquids or devices, well, no, mainly liquids probably. It's not a problem for me because, as Richard said, it's really set into the market and accepted by the government, and they can earn money of it or building some streets or whatever. And so I think it's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
it's not a really bad.
I'd be quite happy.
I think in Italy they pay about 70%.
Yeah,
double. Yeah,
that was
double
amazing because their politicians literally said we're going to have to replace the tax lost by cigarettes.
Yeah,
they were really honest. They just said we're losing loads of money. You're going to have to pay something.
Yeah, right.
And they put it on wholesale, didn't they? So you can't to avoid anyone avoiding it, which is quite a move to take everybody out like that. They're trying to tax cigarette. They're trying to tax them like tobacco tax in the States. $10 excise on 60 mil. Yeah. That's their latest move in America. I don't know if you're.
It's not right. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not right that this life-saving alternative to smoking is taxed. But it's just the world we live in. I'm just being real, you know.
Did you watch? Anybody watch Grim Green's next thing on maths?
Chasing the money. No, I haven't had a chance. It's on my list.
There's a really valid point that did come from it. Which was, if you're hoping to vote for vaping, you can't.
No, that's true.
The Democrats and Republicans, neither one is on your side.
No.
So do think of it a different way, because the split is nearly total. There's only one politician in the US who's even trying. He happens to be a Republican. Not Republican, a Democrat, but as Nick said, really fuck all to do with it. They're not. He said the Republicans aren't going to save vaping, and the Democrats are not going to save vaping. We're going to have to save ourselves. Is what his message was.
Yeah, that's very true. I think it's the general. I think people have overanalyzed the general stance of those political parties in America, where. The Republican Party is more like the Conservative Party in this country, where it's small government, everyone is free to do what they want, you know, whereas Labour is like a big government, larger public service, etc. And traditionally the Republicans are less likely to ban something. They like guns, they like all these things. They're less likely to ban something, whereas the Democrats are very... save this, save that, stop this, stop that, more nanny state. And so it's just that basic premise that people have taken all the way to the end. But in America, it's a 100% capitalist society. So it all comes down to money. All of that goes to one side if there's money to be made and money to be saved. So no political party in America will save you.
I kind of witnessed an American yesterday have an epiphany during a live stream. It was not to do with vaping, but just during a live stream where he just looked down the barrel and he went, "The Democrats aren't left." I was like, "Oh shit, mate."
No.
Well, fucking hell. He said, and then he looked down the camera again and he went, "If anything, I think they're like centre right." Yeah. Yeah, they fucking are. Yeah. You're not voting left and right. You're voting right. You're voting really right and right. That's not the same thing at all. Yeah, which is a weird, for well, I think mainly Europe. Most places in Europe are a two-party system, aren't they? I think. I know Switzerland's not in Europe, but yeah, you're attached to it. You count, whatever.
We have many parties and we have many presidents.
Yes. Yeah.
Prime ministers, some kind of.
Yeah. It's not as bad as Belgium. Every 2 feet in Belgium, it changes to a different fucking. You're not even in the same thing anymore. You just go, "Oh, one guy looks after his whole." No, not over there. What? They've got fucking winning party. And I just thought this was an interesting little tittle-tattly bit at the end, which is that Juul have got a new flavour, which is quite a difficult thing to do in the US. So they, at the moment, for approved for sale, they only have tobacco and mint. But coincidentally, they've got a new flavour, which is rich tobacco.
Oh,
which
that sounds amazing.
I'm sure has passed all the bullshit. So it's ridiculous. Cutting their flavours did not change the demand at all. Even Trump was confused by this at a meeting. And they're just going to carry on doing this. They've got a tobacco through, which is interesting.
So they literally applied and went through the official channel to get an extra flavour added. Wow.
Yep, rich tobacco.
Wow.
So it's a PMTA they have to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
They have to clear everything like that, and they've done it. And it's rich tobacco. Fuck Juul, in case I didn't say it previously. Fuck the UK BIA as well, so I didn't mention that before. Oh, fuck Sunbox as well. Get them all done at the same time. It's easy, clear.
Just tick. Ohm Show bingo. Right. Okay. Well, we should grill you, Chris, on all things Stattqualm and Switzerland.
We're here for it.
Yeah,
definitely.
But I've got a question. While people are just deciding what to ask you,
you've got to give him the 3.
Yeah. Well, okay. You do those then. The basic questions we have.
The basic questions. When did you start vaping, Chris?
In 2012, I started.
Me too.
Yes, your brother.
8 years.
I would call you a noob. I normally do that.
That's a good amount of time.
That is. What did you start vaping with? What was the product that did it stop? I assume you were smoking at the time.
Well, I was smoking. Yeah. 1 pack of cigarettes. No, 1.5 packs of cigarettes I smoked, and I tried to stop several times, and nothing worked. Yeah. But the Ego W. Don't know if you know that
one.
Ego W.
Yeah, was it UD?
No, it was like an Ego. So was it the I stopped?
It looked like a pen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And what was the tank? Was it like a little thing you inserted in top or what?
Yeah. No. Yeah, you have a cap on it, and then below this, I don't know. I can't remember really.
No, I had a thing.
But I know it leaked or you get dry.
Yeah.
I had
the cartridge thing, isn't it? Where you. Yeah.
So I had the Ego T, which I assume if we're going alphabetically, I was either before or after. The Ego T.
Yeah, I had the Ego T, but it sounds the same.
Yeah, it sounds exactly the same.
I think Ego T was before the Ego W.
Yeah. It's basically it was the atomizer was a little needle on a platform, and underneath was a coil with.
Right.
The exact same technology that is in the Juul. Nothing's fucking changed. The fucking Vape.
You can tap the Juul.
Rich tobacco back then.
That's true. Yeah.
What was the flavour? What was the flavour that did it?
Oh, I I started with honey, but I love honey. I eat everything with honey, but
Right.
I
cool.
hate to vape honey. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So I ended up with several different flavors, also with chicken flavor and whatever.
Chicken.
But the one thing that I vaped most was the strawberry mint.
Right.
That's okay. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Strawberry mint.
And because you're work in the industry, what did you do before?
I was an investment banker.
Wow.
An investment banker.
That's a real job.
Yeah, it was a real job. Yeah, I made some kind of a career in this business.
I bet you didn't get to wear trucker hats.
Sorry?
I bet you weren't wearing trucker hats.
No, I was wearing ties.
How do you explain that to your father, though?
Well...
Dad! There's a new thing coming out.
I don't know if it's a more serious job, because you, with one leg, you always stood in the prison when I was investment banker back then.
Yeah.
So we're trading a lot of things, and if you get like a controlling, and then they see some trades they don't understand, so you can get into troubles. And so I don't know if.
I do like the way you kind of just explained away insider trading by saying they could do deals they didn't like the look of.
That's literally how it works, though. Otherwise, anyone could do it.
Yeah. But insider trading is illegal. There was a really funny. This is just a tiny little step away. I remember I was reading an article about a 6-month insider trading court case, and in the UK, you get a trial by jury, but they're just normal people, so they just pick, you just randomly chosen. And one of the people in the jury she was a cleaner, and then she sat through a 6-month financial court case that the barrister in defense said you would need a master's to understand what the hell was going on. Anyway, he was found guilty for insider trading, and when he left, they could talk to the jury, and one of the journalists said, it was an incredibly long trial. You sat through this. It's been incredibly difficult. But may I ask when you knew he was guilty? And she said, first day. And they said, really? How? And she said, I could see on his face when he walked in.
That's how it works.
He just thought, how much was the trial? It must have cost like £7 million. And she's gone.
Yeah, but she should have been weirded out by the defence.
I don't like his fucking face. Yeah, can't do it. Well, once it's done, that's it. Fucked. Right, going to your question.
Okay, so I have a question. This is an important question, although it might be factually inaccurate. Did Switzerland steal Denmark's flag, or did Denmark steal Switzerland's flag? Because to the naked eye, they're very similar.
Yeah, but then you have also Austria, which just flattened the cross,
Yeah, what's all that about?
No, I have no idea. Who stole the flag.
For the thumbnail, I was going to use the flag, but it got too confusing.
Denmark was first because they had the Vikings.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, maybe there's a thing. maybe people went, oh, we're going to need our own flag.
Yeah.
What have we seen? Yeah, okay, fair enough. Okay, some of the questions you're not going to be able to answer, I guess, for legal reasons. Not about the gold, but we've got to ask. It's our job to ask. Because John Taylor came straight out with, what's the new tank called?
The new tank? Had the name of it?
Yes.
Oh, I will release the name later.
See.
It starts with an A.
Ooh.
And it's from a famous song. If you are in the heavy metal scene, you know this song.
Okay, someone's going to get it. I reckon they'll get it in the chat.
Yeah, but I'm not in the.
It has also something to do with climbing hills and something like that.
Ooh.
Avalanche?
No.
Ascend? A scent.
I don't say anything now.
Now they've already started guessing.
You can't even say.
Probably in September or something like that.
So, September. Okay,
so,
cool.
so that's the goal for the next, and that's a Stattqualm product. The next Stattqualm product, September.
No, the release will be probably in October.
Right.
Okay. So you're going to start teasing us in sort of
in September.
You asked to come to the shows.
Good.
I can't tell you too much, but that's
that's cool.
That's absolutely fine.
It's I can tell you something about the.
It's great that it's just to know something's coming along is awesome. We know it, so we know it's a tank because you've got two. So we know that.
I was going to ask, following the HAR and following the popularity of the mix, the Aspire mix, and things like that, have you been approached by some of the bigger Chinese guys, or like the Aspire Sunbox link up?
They've been fucking approached loads before this.
Like I could see a Watofo Stattqualm link up, for example.
We had a request by a large company from China, but we didn't do anything right now. So
okay.
We have too much to do with our own stuff.
Yeah.
And so we are still a small company, and literally we are just two designers, and so if we go into one of our projects, we need a lot of time to make the drawings, test it, build it, and everything like that. And so we had just no time to get a cooperation with a Chinese company, and mainly we say it every time that our products, or the Squapes especially, are made in Switzerland, and they will keep it made in Switzerland. So you will never see a product from another country, not literally China or Hong Kong or whatever. It's called Squape. Then it had a different name for it. Right. And we are open for a project, but it's not our main goal.
Right.
We'd rather do some kind of cooperation with small modders sometimes, like we did with Cycro.
Yep.
With the mechanical mod we did. So something like that is more our business. But we are open-minded. So if it's a good company, and the request came from a very good company from China, but we decided not to hurry on this.
On that similar subject, Viv said, for every finished and released product, how many designs end up in the bin on average?
When I remember the Squape X, there was the most expensive prototyping we ever had. It was the first time we tried with the like the bayonet.
Yeah, you could take the top straight off.
And I think we killed about 7 or 8 different designs.
Yep.
Till we find the final design on the Squape X. So it was very difficult. The new one was a little bit more easy to say, because it will be very, very likely like the Enduro already is, but has some parts from the emotion.
Yeah.
So we could combine this and improve it to a new level.
The thing I know, talking to other atomizer designers in the past, I'm going to just a humorous thing for you, Chris, because I do see this a lot. I see one of my favorite things is reviewers attempting to model airflow is one of my favorite things. They usually use a disc off the front that was free on a PC magazine, and they show all these how airflow works, and you're looking at it going, no, it doesn't work like that. Or that crazy bloke with a box who did the airflow thing.
I don't know if he's still going.
Fucking mad.
Martin Owen.
The first time I saw a CAD airflow design that somebody had done, and they put the coil and everything, and they said, "Oh, it's going to work like this." One of my friends, who's a gunsmith, and he uses CAD all the time, he looked at it and he went, "What? No, this shit. That piece of software is worth about £1." And I said, "How much is your software?" And he said, "About 25 grand." And I went, "Yeah, okay, fair enough. Probably wouldn't use that then." I probably wouldn't use the CD as on a PC world.
I like to see an arrow on a picture of an Atty.
Yeah, you can draw so many arrows in a picture.
When it says the air is going to do that, when it goes, "Oh, I do like that," you go, "What? What? Who's telling it?" You need the air in a box getting coached. Come on, guys, get in there. Go round and round and round. Then up.
Do you worry about the science of it though, or do you just sort of, is it more feel like what looks like it should vape nice? You get a prototype and it does, or do you actually look at the science of air dynamics?
We are learning by doing. So with the Enduro, we talked with a specialist of air.
Yep.
Something, I don't know the name of it, and he just gave us some tips, but we didn't, or some hints, and we didn't make any, like those arrows and whatever. We just know from the V1, from the first Squape, how an airflow should be somehow. We tried new things like with the Extreme, which was was a very different way to bring the airflow of a Squape to the coil, and so we had a lot of testing to reach the goal. But no, we know. I think we know during this time, or after so many years, we know somehow we like to vape, and somehow we should design the airflow for our atomizers.
Yeah. Colin in chat asks, is there any plans for another mod?
Well, we are designing a mod since 2015 or 14. we had first drawings, and now we have a finished drawing. We have our vision of the mod, but we find out the new Squape RTA is so good, we just bring it first, and then we have to look into the mod.
Good.
That makes sense. I'm just going to get back to. What is Colin's joke? Colin Albans on the group said, "Where's my Panama?"
Oh, because they've got all the new SQ hats. The Squape hats.
I'm wearing always a hat, and so I design also those hats. And last week I posted a picture of 7 Squape hats
look really good
right now. And then he said, "I want to have a Panama." So now I have to look into a Panama. But
Colin would look very fetching.
He would look great in that.
Maybe we'll design one.
I was gonna ask about how you were saying there about sort of it's important for your company, like the Squape name holds important value to you, and you wouldn't, if you were going to hook up with someone, it wouldn't have the Squape name. Squape literally stands for something, and is that the reason that Stattqualm's never sort of gone into like a pre-built coil thing? Other companies have tried pre-built coil tanks and tanks for billet boxes and things like that. I think we're not going to see a Stattqualm sub-tank. Is that a very deliberate choice?
Well, we thought about it. We thought about to design some sub-tanks or even a pod system or whatever.
Yep.
You have to somehow look at the market, what's going on, but we always end up with saying, "No, come on." Others do it. There are so many good sub-tanks on the market already. There are so many good pod system on the market already. So no interest really in it. But as you said, if you do a Squape, it has to be made in Switzerland. And this is sometimes difficult because to produce something in Switzerland is very, very expensive. So it's a lot more expensive than in Germany, for example.
Yep.
Even a guy who is working at a CNC machine, it costs double in the month than one in Germany.
Yeah.
And so
just lie.
Huh?
Just lie.
No, no.
Get a Sharpie and just start writing Squape on
it's
shit.
made in Switzerland, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
There's a Swiss question in the group. Just go with the Stuart. Stuart just said, talking about the cost of living in Switzerland, which goes hand in hand with how much you pay a CNC.
Well, yeah.
But how do you afford it? But the answer is that the pay is higher.
Yeah.
The
salary is high and the costs are high. So.
Yeah.
He added, I've only been to the airport once, but I nearly shat myself at the price of a coffee and a sandwich that worked out at £15. I did think, never go to fucking Iceland. That is, Iceland kicks the shit out of all of you.
Yeah, Iceland is expensive. Well,
I got 4 drinks in Iceland. I got 4 drinks in Reykjavik. I said, I'll get this round. And I got 4 drinks, and the barman poured 4 beers, and he went, it's 50 quid. I went, is it? Fair enough. Seems reasonable. 50 quid. Shit.
Well, I guess it depends where you're going. You know, if you go to Japan, to Tokyo, it's expensive like hell. If you go to UK or England and you go to London, it's expensive.
Yeah.
If you go to Switzerland, it's almost everywhere expensive. But also in some towns,
as you say, it's the cost of it's about wages and stuff like that. So it makes perfect sense.
But you've got like a huge. I think I'm right in saying Switzerland's got a really big apprenticeship culture, a training culture. So it's a lot of training just to get to do that one specialist task. And so, I mean, that has to bring a cost. You know, if it like your CNC machinist to be fully qualified, it's done 5 years. He's an absolute master of his craft. By the time he's finished his training, then that's going to cost, isn't it?
I think you're right.
You're mad.
4 or 5 years for a CNC machinist.
Yeah.
Go to America, you can be a policeman in 2 weeks. You get a free gun. Mental.
Yeah. Well, you can learn to fly a helicopter in Canada in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, I can believe that. But you did the EC, didn't you? And that was more affordable. But was that just that was just the design, though, wasn't it? You managed to get away with some less parts and. Right.
Yeah, we just killed the top feel of the emotion. We made the tank out of PMMA, and the base was exactly the same, but just the tank system was different.
Yeah,
and so it cost less, but it was still over 100 Swiss francs at the release. Now the price dropped a little bit, and that was the most affordable Squape release.
We have Mark Leon Toddlington. He says, what does Chris think about posting for positive reviews with chocolate? Is this acceptable practice?
Well,
I've heard rumours.
If the chocolate comes from my house to his house, it's okay.
Yeah, okay. Let's just check it.
But I can't afford the pound sterling, so I send chocolates.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's it. Yeah, you kind of there are countries where people send you chocolate and you go brilliant, and there are countries where people send you chocolate and you think, ugh, fuck. One of them being in America.
I once sent him cheese.
Oh, that's good. Not bad. Europe's good for cheese. I think that's one thing we've all got in common. UK, France, Germany, yourselves.
Yeah, you have very nice cheese.
The Dutch make Dutch makes some
famously
fucking horrible cheese, but that's
Dutch.
Edam, fucking throw it. What's that even for? It's bad cheese. Thanks to fuck all. Throw it.
Eat the wax.
Yeah, better. Tastes better. Eat the wax. Maybe that is how you do it over there. No, I've never met a Dutch person who's eating Edam. They probably just peel that or throw the white bit in the bin. A lot of the questions about the RTA, obviously.
I can try to answer as good as I can.
No, it's okay. I think the tease is as it is. I think it works.
It's pretty good.
Tom Paul says, we know the answer, but I think we're going to change it a little bit. He's asked, do you use vape devices from other manufacturers? Do you still produce in Switzerland? You already answered the first bit. we've already answered the second bit with your hand checks. So, what is your that's not a Squape? What would be your favorite device, favorite atomizer ever that's not a Squape?
Oh, that's difficult. I test.
It can be because of the time as well. It could have been
Yeah.
the Squape didn't exist, so you can go with like a like a K-Fun 3.1.
Well, I like the K-Fons very much,
Yeah.
and really I like. That's difficult. I liked also for the RDAs. I like the Poet very much from Benadel.
Yeah.
This one was really a good RDA. And yeah, I started literally also with K-Fons and also with some Golden Greek stuff, but I never really
so many
liked it very much.
There's so many fucking bits.
It was too difficult to build it. No.
Do you remember? Well, we started vaping at the same time, so when like it's hard to get people to understand when the K-Fun came out, the 3.1 and stuff. And I was vaping on a little plasticky thing and looking at people like Mark, who's in chat, and Mr. Scott Bonner, and thinking, I can't do that. Like, I really like this. I can see that that's better than what I've got, but I can't do that. Like, it's impossible.
Yeah.
I remember just watching it and thinking, oh, fuck. And I remember the first time I ever ordered wire. I have a reaction to nichrome. Or did the nichrome we used to use, the whatever it was, 0.01 or whatever it was, and it was terrible. And then Canthol came along and it changed everything, and I thought, oh great, I use Canthol, and so it was Canthol and 2mm silica for the K-Fun light, and I was doing the naval nest on the K-Fun. And then I remember exactly where I was the first time I saw somebody using cotton. Like I was watching. I can't remember who it was, and somebody put cotton in the K-Fun, and I was straight to a chemist, like immediately. Well, fucking, I'm off. Right, I'm trying this shit now. And then when it did it, and that just changed everything. The cotton thing just changed.
Changed a lot.
Yeah, that was a big
The
thing.
way everything worked.
Also, the first Squapes were built with silica.
Yeah.
And I was first. I started rebuilding with Ithaca, I guess was the name of it, from Golden Greek.
Oh.
And K-Fun and
is it the Ithaca?
Ithaca.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's
okay. It's all Greek.
I couldn't build it. It was too difficult for me. And
was that the no res wire?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh god, fuck.
Oh no.
Some dodgy little center pin, something you have to. Yeah.
Oh, I know Mark had him. I used to watch him do Golden Greek stuff.
But we then decided. Well, we were four guys at the beginning, and then we said we have to make this easier.
We have to make it easier and kill two guys. We need to be a two-guy company.
Now we are just two designers now.
And there's a bit in the garden that nobody touches.
I think that's the nicest bit though, isn't it? The simplification. They're making things easier and easier. Christ. That's been the nicest bit. Yeah. I think anytime it gets easier is always.
There are moments where somebody's saying that something's difficult and you go, whoa. Like I remember holding 2 bits of silica with a pin, like to keep them apart, and like putting 0.2 nitro, or like round it, going fuck, and then put it on, and it all went fucko. Yeah.
I think it was things like having to twist the wire around the post and click and screw it, like, and then a second you went round, the coil would just go like, and things like that was like. At the time, it was normal. Now, it seems like madness.
Yes. Yeah, when you look at the K-Fun, you just think how many times you did that, and then you just think, why?
We still don't know your favourite non-Stattqualm.
Oh yeah, clever. He got us off.
I say, K-Fun, Poets, and actually at the moment, of course, it's a har.
Yeah.
No, it's I think, that's it. K-Fun, Poets, and at the moment, the har.
Yeah.
Good.
Very
I like
good,
it.
very good.
That is one of those questions where people ask.
Oh well, I
get
liked also the roses.
Yes.
Oh yeah, with
yes.
Andy and Lee.
The rose
Classics.
was very good. Mods was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a shame they did the rose for understandable reasons. They kind of stopped. There weren't anything to do. They were personal issues. The 3 was a funny one because it was the evolution of the V3, the R3, came after it came out because the spring clip was the stupidest fucking idea ever, and they got rid of it like after it came out. It's quite weird. That was one of those Emperor's New Clothes where nobody goes, "Don't do that." That's fucking shit.
That's the cost of innovation. They were trying to do something. They were trying.
Absolutely, it was that. It was having watched the 1, 2, and the 3. I knew Andy, and spoke to Andy every day or every other day for years, and watching the evolution of the 2 was great. And watching the 3, I remember saying to him, "I don't think that's a good idea." And then everybody bought it and threw away the weird bit of metal that appeared. They didn't know where it'd come from. What's that? And they threw it away. Oh fuck! That ain't gonna work anymore.
Should we? Can I show you some new stuff?
Yes, let's do new
Let's
stuff.
do some new stuff. Okay, right. This is the Aspire mix. It's the hot thing right now. It's so hot that Aspire have decided to release colours.
They're doing colours of the thing.
They're doing the colours of it, which is nice in a way because it shows that Aspire have no idea why we like it. So they're doing a purple one, a goldy coloured one, a light blue, and a dark blue.
They're quite played down. I thought they were going to be a shocking bag of shit. That's not. That's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Tan's pretty horrible, but
that's the only one I would consider, and only if they changed it to have black bits.
If we're playing, let's be honest, I don't want any of them.
No,
but
exactly.
But if people do, they're not bad. They're
it's still a good mod. I find it very nice that Aspire have gone with colours in a way, but that's the thing. So I'll show you that. The next thing is finally Lost Vape have revealed this hybrid mod that they've been talking about for ages online. This is the Gemini hybrid from Lost Vape, and basically it's an AIO billet box-esque thing. Is it on screen for you guys? Can you see it?
It is now.
Yes. So this is the new Gemini hybrid 80-watt pod mod from Lost Vape.
So the word hybrid is just nonsense, is it? That's just it.
Why is it hybrid?
I think the only thing that qualifies that title, and it's wrong, I think there's going to be an RBA as standard.
Okay. So it's not like we know hybrid is battery to mod.
Exactly,
battery to
yeah.
atomized connection. It's an odd name to go for. Like they've heard it and they just call it a hybrid.
Yeah, it's quite pretty, but at the end of the day, it's going to be another AIO in a very crowded marketplace.
I see what you mean. I don't like the billet. I don't like the billet box comparisons because
I just like to say that because it's the size and
yes, I know what you mean. Yeah,
it's a box with a drip tip on top.
Yeah.
But it's not a billet box by any stretch. No. It's probably going to be quite nice, but again, it's just another one, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think it stands out.
I don't know why I put this on, but OBS think they've found a picture of Tom Hardy vaping.
Vaping. Tom Hardy vaping. I've got a new. I caught a vapor the other day. A famous one.
Oh yeah.
I did. Oh yes, I think they have caught Tom Hardy.
I don't know if they're suggesting he's using an OBS product. If anyone in chat can name that vape, it looks like an RDA.
Looks like, yeah.
It does. Because I listen to podcasts all the time, and because
that's an amazing pair of trousers.
I'm an obsessive vapor. I can hear when someone's vaping on a podcast, like who is guests being interviewed, And I was listening to Johnny Vegas the other day, was being interviewed, and I heard the crackle and pop of an atomizer going, and then the quick that noise when somebody you kind of crack,
yeah,
and you think it's fucking vapor. Like every time you get one, you think, oh, I didn't know that, and I can't remember who the other one. It might have been Alan Davis, can't remember, but yeah, that happens all the time. Vic Reeves vapes as well.
Yes,
get these weird people.
Yeah. I'd tell if anyone knows what that is, I'd be very interested to know. It looks like an Hardy. I don't know.
I think they're just getting. I don't it's got fuck all to do with the OBS thing.
No, I mean,
Colin Albans goes, Tom Hardy only vapes Squape. Fact.
It might be a 7. It looks a bit like a 7.
No, it's too big for a 7.
Andy Fairchild with Who's Tom Hardy, mate. I'm getting on, but even I don't watch any films, but I still know who Tom Hardy is.
Peaky Blinders.
One of the Cray twins.
Both of the Cray.
Both the Cray twins. Yeah, good point. Twat. The other bloke looked just like him, didn't it? It was amazing. How'd they find him?
Well, the jury's out on that. I'll put it on the group perhaps, and we'll get a full find and search on that. OBS do actually have a product now. It's It's called the Naze, and it looks like a Vinci. It's kind of just another Vinci.
It's weird when you put up a picture of us. Chris just spotted himself on the screen. I can see because I did too. I looked and went, oh shit.
Yeah, there's a Vinci.
It does look like the Vinci.
Like this one here.
I think, like I said the other week, China seem more aware than ever what other companies' products have sold like.
That was very popular, the Vinci.
Wasn't it? Yes, and loads of companies have done a Vinci like. It
was very short-lived, Vinci.
I thought this is Vaporesso's new thing. I thought this was a Vinci because all the pictures were straight on, and so it looked like it was going to be Vinci-esque, but it's actually just another bloody pod.
I'll try that.
Yeah, exactly. Because they know I don't do that, and so they tricked me.
No, he wasn't. Bob Clark just said that Tom Hardy was in Rock and Roller. No, he wasn't.
He might have had a cameo. Yes, he was in Rock and Roller.
Who was he in Rock and Roller?
He was a gay man.
Oh, was he really? Oh, he's quite thin then.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bob.
Yes,
You're all right.
He was. This is new. I think Mark Todd's just done a little one of his little videos on this. It's the Oxva, the OXVA Origin X. This was a very popular AIO actually. I had one that really liked it. It was one of the first ones that actually let you put an 18650 battery in, but they've done a new version now which is going to be very customizable. It's going to have an RDTA option. It's going to have the coils, and it's going to have a 510 adapter. But it's essentially the same thing, the Origin, but now with weird bits you can put on top.
I always thought it's called Vaxo, not Oxo.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it either. So that's a thing. And this is what I was talking about before. This is the Pulse 2.
I don't think that's badly looking. The Origin thing. They've done quite well, haven't they?
Yeah, no, it's very solid device. I don't know if it needs a 510 adapter.
No, I've yet to have a go, but I know old Little Lips liked it, didn't he?
Yes.
Yes. Whom? Matt liked it.
Yes, I liked it as well.
All right, mate.
And Mark likes it, I think. So anyway, this Pulse 2, like I mentioned earlier, they have now started showing pictures of better looking doors.
Oh, really? I think they're better looking.
Are they better looking than this? They're better looking than this?
Okay, yeah.
They're just black.
That's fuck ugly, but I mean, that's...
I like the swirly resin thing.
No, you don't. It's relative, isn't it? It's better than that.
Yeah, it is relative. Well, which do you like? Which do you like most? That or that?
Your left hand.
That one.
Yeah, the black one is better.
The black one, yeah.
Yeah. Just kind of disproves my point.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. You just want it to be functional and nice. Nice shit.
Guess what Smok are doing?
What are they doing?
The TFV9.
Not on the TFV9.
They've broken their even numbers incrementing system to bring us the Smok TFV9 tank, a new sub-tank from Smok. I guess it's piggybacking the V8. I don't know what they've been doing for the last few years, but it's a thing, and it came up on my thing.
It does look like every other tank at the moment, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, but they have a following, and I'm sure
they really do.
Fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Does it? Bet it doesn't. They don't retrofit coils. I bet it don't fit.
Ultrona have produced replaceable battery tubes. Look at that. That's quite busy, isn't it? I call that busy.
Yeah, it is.
You take a sleek, nice-looking, simple thing, and then make it busy.
And that's the tube.
Yes, the tubes are the new bit.
Why the fuck would you want the one with all the fucking holes? Yeah, none of them are good, are they?
Not my cup of tea.
No.
So that is the new stuff. I have a mini mod showcase. If you guys keep your feeds on, just a few. I'm going to rattle through these as always. These are from the Mod Showcases group on Facebook that Modmaker runs, and it's where all the cool bespoke modders put their cool stuff that they've just made for no reason. This is one from Herbie, just a super sleek little mech.
He's just, I just think
how good is that?
He's just hit the mark now, hasn't he?
Yeah, he just knows what looks good now, I think. Yeah. And that's just stunning.
Looking great, yeah.
Yeah, that's lovely. I don't know if it's 21. Yes, I think it is.
It's lovely.
But we've always said the natural wood ones have
that's just a really good bit of wood anyway. It just is.
I don't know if it's 21, 700 or.
It seems quite long, but it's hard from the shot, isn't it?
Yeah, hard to tell.
It's great. I like that.
So that Toby Hunt has done this. Just a fairly simple but neat printed DNA 75. I like that as well. I do like that.
It's not up yet.
Stuart...
We're not there yet.
Oh, sorry, you're not. You're still on that one. It's a nice little 3D print 75. He's doing some really nice stuff. I would happily use one.
It looks like that. It's the mark of somebody who can use a 3D printer properly. That it looks like he bought that from a shop.
Exactly right, and I would buy that from a shop.
Yeah, I agree. On a pipe.
Stuart Carligans is prolific on this group. If you go on that group anytime, any day, you will see several of his latest creations. But he's done a nice little pipe here. I don't know if it's on your screens.
It came then went.
It'll be back in a second. But he just seems to be constantly playing with stabilized wood and
like a pipe. You often see a Squape atop a pipe, do you?
Yes, you do. Yes,
you do.
It's quite a thing.
It's a gentleman's vape.
It is. I think it's because you can adjust it and leave it. I think the tanks that survive on top of pipes are things that you can just do, and it works.
I think
fiddly fucky pipes.
I think if we're getting really serious, I actually think it's because of the Squape build deck. You can put whatever coil you like in there, in a Squape. So a lot of pipes are mechs, and so it does come down to what coil you can put in. And so many of the higher end tanks, they kind of demand a certain build.
Yeah, true.
So Squape has all these different decks, and you can put whatever coil you like in, and that's a thing. But that's
Reloaded was very much seen on pipes, and also the EC. Is especially the 2 milliliter EC is very
cute.
You see a lot of pipes.
That's that funny thing, isn't it? There's certain atomizers. I always see Squapes on pipe. Yeah.
This one I don't know anything about. It's the Northeast Choppers guy who does these modness ones, and Rick's showed him off before. They're always a bit bonkers, but always beautiful. And this is a nice little
are you drinking that porter, that coffee porter?
No.
Oh no, it's orange. What are you drinking?
I'm thinking Inhaler.
Oh, is it? I'm blind. I like that, but I like those strangely shaped things too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. That is pretty funky.
And it is pretty funky.
And
probably with Etty on it, it will look very good.
Yeah, I think this people putting on Mod Showcase should always do one picture of the mod, one picture with an A.
Tell him.
Sean Sawicki. I'm killing that name, but he's done a lovely little stabilized.
You made it sound like a T-bird.
Yes, Sean Sawicki. If you just say it fast. He's done this very pretty little stabilized regulated device, and that's very nice as well.
As a whole, that's very nice. I like the buttons around.
What atomizer is that?
Oh, fucking hell. Let you talk to him. Chris will get it.
Chris, do you know what atomizer that is?
Is this the new... what's the name of it? I saw it in a YouTube video, I guess. I forgot the name. I can't remember the name.
Tell us what it is.
If anyone knows in chat what that sort of goldy looking he was, let us know in chat. But that's just a few random new bits randomly grabbed off Showcase, just because Rick's not been on for a bit. So
You just remind me as well. Don't forget, Rick goes on holiday this Saturday, and ModMaker is closed from tomorrow.
Oh yeah, if you need any mod making parts, order them, or wire from his brilliant wire.
Yeah.
Order them straight away.
Yeah, because he's away for 10 days in Cornwall or with the family. Swirling Merc says armour.
Did they do colours?
For the atomizer.
Or maybe it's a photography illusion.
I wondered if it was just the reflection off the table or something. Looks like something from DDP. I don't know. I didn't recognise it at all. I'm trying to think what's coming. Have we got any news coming out? Just that Nick have got the, as I said, the new one from Canoni B from Casadega, and it's a Canoni B Graham, and we've also got a shitload of Canoni B1 coming with it, because they do so many flavours, and everybody likes the base, and Canoni B1 outsells the shit out of everything.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it does. It does 3 to 1 because the people who like it buy so much of it.
Yes. I like it.
Things. And nuts is obviously massive, but I think Graham's going to be the one. I really think it's going to be the one.
Have you tried it?
Yeah. If you liked Bobas before, or you liked Railcracker, then we're back in the same territory. It's lighter than Railcracker, and it doesn't need the steep shit. I'm going to kill myself. I said it. Aging that Railcracker needed to take the edge off that
blending
cinnamon touch.
Mixing.
I said fucking steep.
That's the terminology, though, isn't it? That's the common parlance.
It's fucking shit. And at the moment, it's flying through the air from Massachusetts. There's loads and loads of. When it comes to international travel, international shipping at the moment, Chris, again, they'll probably agree with me with this. You either get a clear run in this new COVID-19 world, where it's very fast, or it is very fucking slow. And this one's got caught up, and it's coming through, but coming slowly. There's 3 changes internal flights in the US before it leaves Cincinnati and comes over. So it's like just waiting for it to land at Midlands Airport and get locked down.
USPS?
Oh, it'll be USPS to the airport, and then it'll be DHL, and then DHL will make me. I try my absolute damnedest. I fucking hate DHL. If anyone's from DHL is watching, fuck you. You are relatively the best company, and I mean that is like looking in a bowl of shit and saying which one's the best shape. They are nothing. I'm trying to think who's worse. It's quite hard. UPS don't work out because they're not there, so I can't. UPS don't really do much in the States in terms of what the others do, and yeah, I fucking hate everybody.
We are running out of time. Is there anything we've missed, Chris? Obviously, because you do a lot more stuff now, don't you? You do your juice, you do your shops.
Yeah, we we merged in the beginning of the year with 2 other companies. With one is the Crossbow, it's a liquid manufacturer, and also we merged with an offline store, which are all here in the same house already. So we merged together to one big company, not big, one company, and we have now an offline store, and we our own liquids and our Squapes, and we have our retail store, online store, and also we do B2B in Switzerland with several things like batteries.
Can we get the juice in the UK? Can we get the juice in the UK?
Yes, you can get juice in the we ship also to UK, but I would prefer if you order it just at Nick, if you like juice.
You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to lie. I was thinking earlier when they said, "What's your favourite tank?" It's like when people say to me, I get the question I always get asked in person. Like someone will go, "Do you not vape liquid from any other company?" It's like there's 70. I picked all of them. Why the fuck would I fucking vape anything from anywhere else, you twat? No, I fucking don't.
Yeah, that won't stop anyone anyway. Like, if the people want to try something new, people get it from all over.
Oh, I agree. But if there's 7, it's like Chris has made a tank that is perfect for the way he vapes. Well, if you go, which one's the best tank? Well, this one, because I fucking made it the way I wanted it.
Yeah.
There's probably liquids that I've said no to that I've been sent for sampling that somebody might love, but I don't get it. And that doesn't mean it's got nothing to do with, because there's stuff that I don't like the taste of, but I can tell it's been done brilliantly, and I can tell that by just trying it. It's not for me, but I quite like it. And with someone, I'm just like, I don't even fucking know what that is, and that normally is shit concentrates. With somebody, it tastes like soap. And
Viv says in chat, Crossbow purple is gorgeous. So there you go.
And she's quite the tester as well.
Yes.
So I don't think you actually said the link. What was the link?
Yeah, where do we get this juice?
Where do we get this juice from?
Is it in any UK shops?
You can get it also from Creme de Vape.
Creme de Vape.
You get it from Creme de Vape.
They're perfect.
Probably. I don't know if they have still in stock.
And if they haven't got it in stock, what's your website?
Yeah, what's your website?
What's your website?
My website is shop.squape.ch, or you can go also for SQ Vape Shop also.
Cool.
Perfect.
You come from the same website.
Very nice. And obviously you've got your brilliant Facebook groups as well. Everyone should already be on there. The Stattqualm group is a really nice group. Nice people.
Yeah, we have not a lot of troubles in there.
Yeah.
We try our best.
Yeah.
We try.
Yeah, we do okay.
We're trying to edit. Sometimes you miss something. there was a fucking perfect storm the other day, but that just happened. I was going to say as well, Chris, thank you. I don't know. There's few people. You have a designer on, and you're talking to them, and I don't know how much you influenced every tank that lots of people who watch the show use, whether they know it or not. The Squape and the Squapes have influenced the industry.
Thank you very much.
In such a way that they just do, and to be part of the Zeitgeist in that way is absolutely incredible thing to do. When people are making a tank, they know their levels because they know it's got to be as good as that, and hopefully we need to make it as innovative as a Squape. We need to do this, you changed the game.
Yeah,
and I think that's an incredible thing to do.
It's cringy to say to your face, but they're iconic. They are iconic.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't have a cringe. It's fine.
Yeah, and it's very cool that you're such a part of the community as well. You're such a presence. So because so many other companies are very aloof. You never see other people from other companies around, but you're always around. You've always got your finger on the pulse. So it's really cool.
Yeah, I didn't realise he wasn't my Facebook friend until last week. I was like, whoops.
I even have an account that's just at Nick. So I guess I ordered the Saver.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, your tank.
That was crazy. I didn't.
You really will buy anything.
People were like, draw a picture of a fish. No, like normally I go all the time and just write stuff on, just throwing stuff out the fucking door.
Yeah, so thank you very much for coming on. Real pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Really nice.
Very excited to see what you've got next, as always.
Thank you.
And yeah, very good. Thank you very much for coming on, and we'll
Thanks, Chris.
see you.
Thank you very much.
Smash that like button.
Very nice.
Excellent.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.